Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead with a tea break. Now I know, now I know you guys are waiting for videos, and they are coming. I have at least 3 that are coming. The next one being the second half of the Celtic loop scarf, I believe. But I've been really, really busy. My corn roast was on the weekend, so I had people Friday night, Saturday night, and then and Sunday. And then everybody went home Sunday afternoon except for my sister. And then yesterday, what's today? See, I don't even know what day it is. It's Wednesday. Yesterday, one of my other brothers and my niece came up to visit for a cup of tea. They stayed about an hour and a half. They literally drove 4 hours to come for a cup of tea. God bless them. And, excuse me. And then my other brother came and picked up my sister and took her home. So this is my first day, and oh God, I had such a great time with my sister. Howie slept in the coach. See, my sister and I shared a bedroom until she got married. She got married when I was 8. We shared a bedroom until I was 8. So it was really nice. Everybody knows Howie and I have separate beds because we have different muscular skeletal. We have different needs, and he needs a medium mattress and I need a really firm one, plus my fibromyalgia. Anyway, so my sister slept in his bed, Howie stayed in the coach, and we had Monday was awesome. We went into Wakefield and picked up Briar, and we went to Giant Tiger and did some fun little bits of shopping, and then Wendy and Briar went into Subway while I went to get a cup of tea at Tim Hortons, and we took Briar home. But then I took like a 45-minute back road drive all the way home, and the music just blared, and my sister and I just singing at the top of our lungs. And no, that's not why my throat is the way it is. And then we stayed up 2 nights in a row watching British crime dramas on the 65-inch TV. And it was like such a wonderful, it was like being kids again, but without all the bullshit. Believing it. Now, there's a thing, you got to hear this, because as good as our childhood was, it wasn't without its issues and traumas and dysfunctions, right? So normally people would think, oh, it was just like being kids again. No, but yes, it was like being kids again without all the trauma. And I'm not saying drama, I'm saying trauma. Without the trauma, without the stress of living in a dysfunctional family. Not saying my family was a bad family. I had a great family. I have a great family. But today we're adults, and we can appreciate the childlike freedom of the time we had, and we made use of absolutely every second of it. When we weren't swimming, we were sitting outside talking or going for a drive. And my sister never sat down unless I made her sit down to watch TV or go outside and have a cigarette. She was just always puttering, clean. So like my house never got messy. Howie would come in, say, hey, how was your day? And he'd come in and watch the news with me. And then I'd give him, and he'd have supper, and then I'd give him his lunch for the next day, and he'd put it in the fridge in the coach, and he'd say, what are you watching on TV? I'd say, Scott and Bailey. And he goes, okay, I'm going to go with Coach. Is that okay? It's like, go on. So We had a really awesome time. We had a really awesome time. And the corn roast itself was Howie's best man and his wife. These were Howie's friends before I met Howie. And they didn't RSVP us, but they just showed up. And that was like, just gave me a heart attack. But it was awesome. It was one of the best family functions I've ever been at. No, I'm going to say it was the best family function I've ever been at, because there was nothing but celebratory joy and meeting with old friends. My friend Carolyn Vaders, who I went to kindergarten with, she's the only person in my life that goes back that far who is not family, right? Because that was another part of our thing. Was we were sort of raised to believe that who needs friends when you have family, right? But that's kind of a way of keeping family angst from the public too. But Carol and I, and the funny thing is there were 5 kids in her family, and there were 5 kids on mine, and they lived up the opposite street, and we all kind of step stairs, grew up at the same time. It was really awesome. Now, I'm going to tell you why you're not going to get a video for a day or two. I'm sick. I don't know if it was getting caught in the rain and not being able to run to the house. I don't know if it was, I don't know if I caught a chill. But last night, and I thought my throat was because YouTube completely demonetized my Cooking with Cannabis channel. They just said none of it is for monetization. So the little bit of trickle income I was getting from them was cut off. And they also cut off in my Cooking with Cannabis channel, when we go into live stream, they also cut off the fact that people could tip me if they wanted to. And they shut that off too. So my Cooking with Cannabis folks are rallying around my Patreon account, and because I have 15,000 subscribers, right? And if 3% of them, 3% of 15,000 people, pledge $1 a month, I'll be able to keep that channel afloat. Right? So that's the appeal, because they're going to get their perks. They're going to get, only the patrons of that channel are going to get to give, get the giveaways, and they're going to be able to participate in the live streams. The folks that aren't patrons, they will get all the videos, they will get all the live streams only after the live streams have gone public. So they won't be able to participate in them. That was the best I could do. But when I got the letter, excuse me, when I got the email from YouTube saying that, because what upset me the most was Friday, I had this bar come up across one of my channels that says, would you please take the time to take a YouTube survey about how you feel about survey YouTube is helping you or whatever. And I was not positive. I was not positive. Most of it was negative. And when I was given the option of saying my piece at the end, I did. I said, I don't understand why you are discriminating against my Cooking with Cannabis channel. Everything I do is legal. It is becoming legal across all civilized countries. They're working on it, right? Because the people are no longer willing to just be, have pills poked in them when there is a more natural option. So anyway, I told him that I didn't appreciate being discriminated against, because I wasn't doing anything illegal. I wasn't promoting getting high, and I never promote anybody under the age of 19. In Canada, it's 19. I think it's 18 in Quebec, but in the States, it's 21. But I've never, ever advocated anybody under the age of 19 using marijuana unless it's prescribed by a doctor, because they're still developing. Their brains are still developing. All this stuff, right? On the money with everything. But they treated me like a stoner channel and shut off all of the monetize, any possible way I could make money on that channel. They shut it off. So my income is yet again being chipped away. What little income I get, I'm not getting near what I should be. Excuse me. So that's what's going on over at my Cooking with Cannabis channel. But this weekend, there's a lot of people here. The weather was variable. We had cool and then damp and rain and sun and heat. It was all over the market. And of course, when you see people coming in, like I had people from Toronto, from Haliburton, from Cornwall, you know, from California. I mean, there were people here from everywhere. And I picked up something. So I am not going to put myself through the agony of sitting in this chair and editing today. Please forgive me for that. It's going to give me, it may take me a couple of days to be able to sit in this chair and work. Right now, all I can do is go sit in my heated recliner with a blanket and a hot cup of tea and try and get over this. Okay? So I don't know. I was just rambling all over the place, but please, folks, you know, it might be a couple of days. It might be a couple of days. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. I thought my sore throat was because when I got the email, I was so upset that I went out on my deck and I screamed to the heavens of what I thought of YouTube. And my throat was husky afterwards, but I didn't realize it was probably starting to be husky before. And that scream actually kind of, you know, tipped the scales on me. So I'm actually closing my windows because I can't get warm. You see, this is me. I can't get warm. So I'm going to go and get some warm clothes on and sit in my heated chair and knit. I am knitting another Celtic loop scarf because the video footage, now this is another thing I forgot to mention. The video footage of how I put the Celtic loop scarf together was done at the racetrack. And it was over my voice and all this stuff. So I am knitting another one. And in a couple of days, I will be at that point again. And I will video the second half with a different scarf so that you actually get the full benefit of me showing you what I'm doing, okay? This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and I'm going to go sit in my chair for the next 2 days and knit. All right? I love you guys. If ever you want to know that if I've done a video on something, just go into the search channel bar. Not search YouTube, search channel. And put in knitting, put in canning, put in beans, put in dogs, whatever word you want. If you think I may have a video on it, put the keyword in and see what pops up, because I got like 2,000 videos. You never know. Take care. God bless. I love you guys.